Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Mr. Dmitry Medvedev is at it again. But I think Medvedev is just the plain language of Russia, with no little flowers or diplomacy, as Mr. Lavrov usually is, and Putin. And Mr. Medvedev transmits, communicates the Russians' ideas, how should I put it, answers, solutions in a very plain language, direct language. That is, well, I'm going to come close to you and I'm going to make you change your mind. Or you say, as Medvedev, I'm going to come to you, I'm going to punch you in the fucking face, you're going to get knocked the fuck out. Okay, this is Medvedev, all right? The other ones are Lavrov and Putin. We're going to come and we're going to, find a solution to change your mind. This is the diplomatic way versus Medvedev. Now, what did Medvedev say again? He says that Europe must be punished, and he gives 3 methods to punish Europe. The Russians want to punish Europe, but they don't say it as Medvedev does. Here, according to Russia Today, from an article from the 27th of December 2024, US-aligned Europe must be punished. Medvedev says, countries driving the Ukraine conflict should face retribution for their anti-Russian policies. The former president has said, clear and straight. Russia must use all the tools at its disposal to inflict damage on European nations responsible for escalating the Ukraine conflict. Dmitry Medvedev has said, clear? Clear. Moscow should use political, economic, and hybrid methods, to punish, quote-unquote, the US-aligned, owned, I would say, part of Europe, and I'm quoting, foster every destructive process which might affect it. The former Russian president, who currently serves as a deputy chair of the Security Council, said in a Telegram post, Medvedev reasoned that Russia should adopt its own version of the policy he said Washington had during the 2003 Iraq invasion. It was summed up by this phrase, and I'm quoting, punish friends, ignore Germany, forgive Russia. Attributed to Condoleezza Rice, who failed as a national security advisor, whatever she was in charge. But hey, she was not demoted, she's still respected. The US National Security Advisor right here under President George W. Bush, who could be considered a war criminal by attacking Iraq, Afghanistan. Why? They didn't do anything to... Did they? First they said they did September 11. Now, lie. Oh, they protect Al-Qaeda. What are you talking about? Shh. Mujahideen's, Al-Qaeda. Okay, and then he said, you know what, while we are at it, he's got weapons of mass destructions, and our intelligence services, who lied, said they are preparing an imminent threat. That means they will do it, man. And it says imminent and another word, imminent and something like right now is going to happen immediately, immediate threat. Imminent and immediate threat. We have to stop it. Preemptive strike. Like, that guy looks strange at me. Is that how it goes? Well, according to these guys, that's legitimate for them and for Israel. All right, so this is the George Bush for you. War criminal? I think so. And I'm quoting, the variant that Moscow should pursue after, and I'm quoting, the end of the Western hybrid war against Russia would require forgiving, and I'm quoting, weak nations who fell under Western influence, not the strong ones, primarily those in Asia and Latin America, ignoring the US, since no friendship with them is expected in the next 100 years, and going to war with America would cost too much. And punishing Europe, Medvedev said, he branded European nations opposing Russia deceitful, brainless, and bloodthirsty, and largely responsible for the continued bloodshed in the Ukraine conflict. The senior official said his suggestions were prompted by claims that a Norwegian ship refused to take on the crew of a sinking Russian vessel. The freighter Ursa Major went down in waters between Spain and Algeria On Monday, a Spanish ship recovering 14 crew members from the doomed Russian transport while two remained unaccounted for. Russian state shipping company, part of the defense ministry, has blamed a quote-unquote terrorist attack for the disaster, saying witnesses reported 3 explosions in Ursa Major's stern. In a statement published by RIA Novosti on Thursday evening, the operator claimed that the Norwegian-flagged ship Oslo Carrier 3 was in the vicinity, but refused to pick up the crew, citing an unspecified ban. I have information on that one. They came with a different article, and they said that Norwegians said that they were ordered by the Spanish Coast Guard, which has jurisdiction and authority over that area, not to pick them up because they are on their way. And according to the same article from the Russians, I think it was Russia Today, the safe boats, how do you call those? Safe boats, safety boats, whatever they're called, when the thing goes down, you just jump if you have room. Okay, they were the Norwegian ship allowed those boats, emergency boats, to anchor to the Norwegian ship until the Spanish Coast Guard can end their rescue. So everything is cool, but that doesn't deny doesn't negate what Medvedev said. What's going on right now in Ukraine is these guys want to destroy Russia. Not destroy. They want to take over, like they have Germany and most of Europe. That's what they do. If you don't believe that's true, okay, well, a little bit of patience. Look around and look at all the signs. Why would they want a strong Russia? Who would want to be challenged? Do you want to be challenged? I don't want to be challenged. I want to fuck everybody up here. I've been in charge. Well, we like democracy, don't we? When we win. So again, all these empty words, all these beautiful words, idealistic words created by us to have the baboons follow them and go and vote in those electronic machines and all that, right? To confirm a selected candidate. That's why we go to vote, to confirm and to validate their system of the selected candidate, selected candidate. And we are, yeah, man, you're a Democrat, you're a Republican. Blah, blah, blah. We're baboons. We are baboons, man, and they laugh their ass off now. With what? Money and power. And we are just over there with their media and entertainment industry. And the school who writes the curriculum, they do. I mean, the guys that are appointed by the elected guys with whose money? So here you have this guy. Yeah, the Russians have to speak in plain language. It doesn't mean they have to be rude, but call it as it is. If your color is black, I'm going to say black. I'm going to say, oh, a little bit dark, not white. Fuck you. Use the right words. That way you will avoid misunderstandings. So in this case, yeah, these guys will punish and could punish. Why? Think of all these strong, supposedly, countries. I'm going to mention 3. I can mention 4, but the 4th one it's Italy, which, all right, let's go with, why do I say that? We got Germany. Germany has no sustainable resources. Germany buys resources from somewhere else. Without resources, you don't build shit. You can't survive. Without wood from the freaking forest to warm up, what are you going to do? Friction is not going to work. Guarantee you. Direct experience. So, what do? You need resources. That's Germany, France. Where is France? France's energy sector runs on what? On atomic energy. Where are they getting from? From Russia? From where? From Africa? They get kicked out. And then you get the bright islands of Great Britain. Those guys can be zero. They have no resources. I mean, they have some coal, but nevertheless, and some oil now they discovered and so on. They're done. So they always need satellite baboons to provide them cheap resources so they can stay alive. Staying alive, ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, exactly. That's exactly how they do it. Staying alive, ooh, 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 ooh. That's the new Western culture. That is pussified. So, Russia has everything that these guys don't have. So if tomorrow is going to be these 3 countries alone on this planet, let's say just 3 countries, no continents, no nothing, 3 countries and Russia, who do you think will die? Or who do you think will have more, a better standard of living? The 3 countries, the strong countries, or Russia? Russia! These guys are done. They're done. That's why they have the European Union. The European Union is an Lebensraum. You know what Lebensraum is? Look at the bad Nazis. That is living space. They need satellites that they can get their resources from and have nobody else get the resources from, because you're in the European Union. You're us. You take it from us, and actually you guys are fueling me. Neocolonialism. And the Americans do this to Europe right now, and the Europeans are like, what should we do? Where's my safe space? Staying alive, staying alive. That's exactly what it is, my friends. So, yeah, the Russians can strangle Europe just like this. The Americans are doing it by having the baboons impose sanctions on themselves. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Europe will regret this if there's anybody else in Europe to be alive to regret. You know what I mean? All right. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you later. Crocodile.